off these videos with a calmer voice, even though I'm very excited because there's a lot of good stuff to talk about today, including Jennifer Lopez, Trisha Paytas, Gypsy Rose, Blanchard, Christina Applegate, Alec Baldwin, and more. But first, I want to thank you, my fam. You are my fam. I am the original influencer, the queen of all media, the gossip gangsta. I'm going to stop censoring myself. I was a little nervous, not nervous, but I'm in my head. Somebody was mocking my voice recently, and I kind of agree. I don't think I like my own voice. If I wasn't me, I probably wouldn't even watch my own videos. But that's okay, because I make up for it with everything else. I'm really good at what I do, and I appreciate you all. All right, let me get right to it. Hi, Nakia and Mini Brands. I go live on YouTube every weekday. I take this very seriously. Hey, Queen J. Ray. I've set up a membership, so if you want to support, please consider, if you can, becoming a member. Bloop. I have just switched the live stream to member-only mode. Members get to live chat with me during every premiere. However, if you can't become a member, it's still free to watch and comment when the premiere is over. So if you're watching live, comment after, or if you're enjoying the replay, you can comment right now. Thank you. The support really, really, really is what keeps me going. And I guess let's start off with that. I promise we will move on to lighter things, but life isn't always easy. And I thought, you know what? This really resonated with me. I thought it was something worthy of discussion. In a new chat, Christina Applegate opened up about the D word. And I'll get to that in a second. But Christy asks, is Kanye the next Diddy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Would not shock me at all. Like, he views women as possessions and pays for things, and just got sued, actually, by his former assistant for being very inappropriate. And I don't know how I can discuss details on here without getting de-shmonetized. That's a good reminder, though, for the podcast. Let me see if I can speak in code. One of the allegations is that Kanye was doing not work things during work, like sharpening his pencil, if you know what I mean, Adam and Nicole. So yeah, that's not a surprise. Kanye is absolutely the new Diddy, and we'll see where that ends up. Up until now, I think he's been able to pay off everybody. You know, not even the sexual allegations, but have we lost track of how many people Kanye has assaulted, and he's just paid them off? He thinks because he's so wealthy, he can literally do whatever he wants and not pay any consequences, because he could pay financially to make the consequences go away. And he's been able to very successfully do that up until now. And that's not even a secret. That's all public knowledge. And yet people still support Kanye. And everything he said about Jewish people and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Great question, though. I love taking your questions. Okay. Christina Applegate opened up about depression. which is something that I've dealt with in the past. Thankfully, not in a long time. But when I did deal with it, it was bad. It actually, it's weird because I'll tell you why it's weird in a second. But let me share what Christina Applegate said. She says, "I'm in a depression, right?" You know her, right? From Married with Children and other shows. Christina Applegate says, big hug, Queen J. Ray. Christina Applegate says, "I'm in a depression right now, which I don't think I've felt that for years. Like a real F it all depression where it's kind of scaring me too a little bit because it feels really fatalistic. I'm trapped in like this darkness right now that I haven't felt like. I don't even know how long, probably 20 something years. This is being really honest. I don't enjoy living. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy things anymore." I know how she feels though. And what's weird is that last time I went through something this severe was also about 20 years ago. For me, it was really a situational depression. I was stuck. If I wasn't stuck. I wasn't stuck, but I felt stuck. I felt stuck in a job that was poisoning me, but I was paralyzed by fear and afraid to quit because it was paying so well. And it wasn't until I mercifully got fired, which at the time I thought was an awful thing, but ended up being a blessing because then I was there long enough that I was able to collect unemployment and not have to work. And a lot of times when people get fired, that's actually really bad for their mental health. The opposite was true for me. Getting fired was great for my mental health. It allowed me the time and the space to get better. And I was really having dark thoughts. I really thought I was a horse, a racehorse. I thought I was a racehorse with tunnel vision. And like she said, like I could just see darkness. And I kept replaying my future. I was like, I'm going to move to Miami, a failure, not having made it, an embarrassment to my family, and stuck in a 9-to-5 job that I hate. And I can't live that way, so I'm not going to live anymore. Anyways, thankfully I got fired and time was a healer for me. And I was able to do it without medication. But for Christina Applegate, this recent bout of depression for her has pushed her into therapy, mental health therapy, which is a really good thing, especially because some of you might know she is battling multiple sclerosis. And I'm not an expert on it, but multiple sclerosis is a long-lasting chronic disease of the nervous system. It is thought to be an autoimmune disorder, a condition in which the body attacks itself by mistake. Oosh. MS is an unpredictable disease that affects people differently. Some people with MS may only have mild symptoms. Symptoms include vision loss, pain, fatigue, impaired coordination, depression. Oh my goodness. Incontinence issues, sexual dysfunction, walking difficulties. Physical therapy and medications that suppress the immune system can help with symptoms and slow down progression. Why would you want to suppress the this is wild. You want to suppress the immune system, I'm guessing, because your own immune system is attacking you. Wild. But then doesn't that make you more susceptible to illness? If you suppress your body won't attack itself, but doesn't that make you like, you can get colds all the time or flus or worse? I don't know. Eek. Intense. Oh no, Adam. I feel like that, mental health medication should be free. Intense. Okay. God. My mom had a family member pass away today. So she's very sad. And she wanted me to talk to the woman who passed away, her son. Her son is like, I think my mom's second cousin, and that would make him my third cousin. But I don't even think I've spoken to this guy or seen him in over 30 years. In more than 30 years. I didn't want to call him. When he posts about it on Facebook, I'll leave a comment. I didn't want to have that conversation for me and for him. When my mother dies, I really don't want to be hearing from people that I haven't spoken to in over 30 years. Please, don't text me, don't call me. You can leave a comment on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. So it's not just me being selfish. I think it's really me being appropriate. Like, I don't want to call him, whom I haven't spoken to in over 30 years, because I wouldn't want that myself. Anyways, let's quickly move on, because what a way to start today. Don't even want to linger too much on this, but The Dream, the music producer, has been accused of some very serious Diddy allegations. I mean, I'm not dismissing it, but like, don't even want to talk about it. We need to lighten things up. Okay. I have been obsessed with the news that I shared with you all earlier today. If you didn't see that video, let me recap and refresh and offer some new perspective on this. Alec Baldwin is going to reality television. He and his wife, Hillary from Boston, are going to be starring in a new TLC show set to come out next year, tentatively called The Baldwins. There's a few factors at play here. One, Hilaria is so fame hungry. He might just be doing that to appease his wife. However, I think the bigger issue here with Alec Baldwin is he probably needs the money. 30 Rock has been off the air for a long time. I have been obsessed with this since the news this morning, Queen J. Ray. I truly think it's mainly financial. Let me see when 30 Rock got off the air. I think got off the air at least 10 years ago, right? Let's see. The first episode, it was from 2006 to 2013. So 11 years ago, 30 Rock got off the air. And since then, I don't think, he's not had a big, consistent paycheck coming in. And Alec Baldwin has 7 children, plus a grown child. 7 children, okay? His wife is a stay-at-home mom, noble, but there is zero chance they don't have nannies. Yes, Queen J. Ray. He and Hilaria, I want to be conservative here. My guess is they have at least 2 nannies. And I lived in New York City with children from 2013 through 2016. New York City nannies, especially with 7 kids, if they're responsible for 7 kids at one time, or even 5, each nanny is probably charging him $125K a year. So that's $250,000. He's got 7 kids. 5 of them are probably kindergarten aged or older. I think his oldest child is 12, right around the age of my son, a little bit older. Alec can make a lot of money on a reality show, hundreds of thousands per episode, if not more, especially if he's a producer on it, but easily hundreds of thousands. So $250K just with nannies annually. Do you want to know how much it costs to send their kids to private school in New York City? And I know this because when I was in New York City living there, my son went to the same preschool as Alec Baldwin's daughter. Starting in kindergarten, it costs about $50,000 per year, per child. $50,000 per year, per child. And they don't get discounts for the more kids you go. No. So that's, another $250K. So that's $500,000 a year. Alec has, no, they don't get any discounts for donations. What do you mean, Queen J. Ray? Private schools don't accept donations. What do you mean, tax write-offs? I'm really confused. I don't think private school tuition is a tax write-off. It could be wrong. Maybe. I don't think so, though. It's not like I guess if it's considered a charity, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know how that works, to be honest. I don't want to give incorrect information. I don't think so. If not, everybody would be doing it, right? If it were that easy, everybody would be saying, oh, I'm sending my kid to a private school, and that's a charity. It's a tax write-off. I don't think it works that way. Plus, they do accept donations, yes, but Alex still has to pay. I'm really confused by what you're trying to get out of me. They accept donations for kids who can't afford to go there, but Alec Baldwin's children can afford to go there. So they're not going on free tuition. I still don't understand what you mean, Queen J. Ray. But re-ask the question and I'll happily try to answer. So in addition to the nannies and the private school in New York City, Alec has a mortgage, I'm guessing. 90 plus, 95, almost every really wealthy person doesn't own their home outright, which might seem counterintuitive to you, but there are tax breaks. This is actually kind of similar to what Queen J. Ray was trying to get at, I think. Rich people having some debt saves them money. Having a mortgage helps them. So I guarantee you that Alec Baldwin and his very expensive Greenwich Village apartment is not paid off. And they also have a home in the Hamptons. So what I'm getting at is, let's pull back, okay? He also has agents, managers, I'm sure assistants, as well as the nannies. Alec Baldwin, conservatively, including taxes, property tax, yes, KT, nannies, the private school tuition, trainers, blah, blah, whatever. Conservatively, his cost of living is probably, oh yeah, and lawyers, Christy, right. Conservatively, his cost of living over the last few years, I would say $3 million, if not more than $3 million for the last few years. That's how much he's just spending, $3 million just to be Alec Baldwin and live his life. And that means in order to be spending $3 million, he needs to be earning at least $5 million to break even, right? Because the IRS and his managers and agents get a percentage. And sometimes lawyers, my old lawyer used to get a percentage, 5%. This is the hierarchy of showbiz. Lawyers get 5%, agents get 10%, and managers can get 15 to 20% of everything you make. So if Alec is spending $3 million, he needs to be earning $5 million. And I don't think residuals pay anything near that. Residuals might pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a year from 30 Rock and all of the other TV shows and movies that he's done. But residuals are not paying him millions of dollars. And I doubt that lawyers are representing Alec Baldwin on retainer because they know he's effed and they can afford to charge him their hourly rate. So yeah, this is clearly just a financial move. And I think it'll do really well because there's a lot of controversy around them. ... It'll do really well if they are honest. They have to be honest. If from the very first episode, Hilaria does not address her fake accent, this woman was born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. I am from Miami, Florida. My first language is Spanish. I grew up only speaking Spanish at home. I still only speak to my mother in Spanish, and I only speak to my children in Spanish. This is my accent. I don't talk like this, okay? I don't talk like this. I don't talk like Sofia Vergara or whatever, right? Like, there is absolutely no reason for Alec Baldwin's wife to sound like a woman from Spain that moved here after she was an adult, because she was born and raised here all the way through high school, like me. So if she keeps up the fake accent, I think the reality show is doomed, because there is an expectation that reality shows are real. They can be arranged, meaning, like, oh, I heard you are having drama with your neighbor. Let's arrange a sit-down chat with you and the neighbor, okay? That's arranged, but it's real. Like, there is drama with you and the neighbor. I mean, maybe some reality shows are a little bit more fake, but there's still this expectation of honesty. And if from the very first episode, we're seeing this woman continue continue the charade. I always have trouble with CH words. Chair, charade. It's the Spanish language thing. CH words always trip me up. If she continues to lie about that, they're doomed. And I also think that Alec needs to talk about the Rust movie shooting. If they shy away from that, it's also another really, like, bad omen for them. But if they are honest, it could be really good, because Alec Baldwin is explosive. No, we haven't seen anything yet, Queen J. Ray. Alec Baldwin gets into fights with people repeatedly, even with his own children. Remember when he called his daughter those vile things? Like, So it could be quite compelling television. We shall see. And no, his legal drama is not over yet. On to some happy news. Congratulations to reformed YouTuber Trisha Paytas. I think she's not as awful as she used to be. I would like to believe that. I don't really pay much attention to her these days. But Trisha Paytas just announced the birth of her second child. And is she doing much these days? I don't know. I honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing her name in a couple of years. A year, 2 years, 3 years? I don't know. I have not heard her name in a long time. And now she's got 2 kids. And her second child that was born just a few weeks ago, we've learned she named her daughter Elvis. Elvis. Okay. That poor child is going to be saddled with that name for the rest of her life. Actually, I kind of regret calling my youngest Maite. Maite. That's a very common Spanish language name, Mayte, Maite. It's often a nickname for women whose names are Maria Teresa. But in my instance, it's an abbreviation of my parents' names, Mario y Teresita, Maite. But native English speakers, they cannot pronounce Maite. They always stumble on it or mispronounce it. It's like, no matter how many times I say her name, native English speakers overwhelmingly can't say it. But I'm not changing her name. I think it's a beautiful tribute to my mom and dad, and it's a beautiful name if you can say it. But congratulations to Trisha Paytas. I'm happy for her. Sometimes they say Métis. Sometimes they say, I don't even know what they say. They say it a lot of different ways. Congratulations, Trisha. Also, congratulations to Jennifer Lopez. Her team is working really hard to change the narrative around her. And headlines have been plastered all over today that her new movie, Atlas, dominated on Netflix. Okay, it was a Netflix original movie. They promoted the wazoo out of it. It was on every screen on Netflix. Of course, a lot of people were going to watch just out of curiosity. And I don't know if I ever believe Netflix numbers. Sure, these many people sampled it, but how many people actually watched the entire movie? How many people were happy with the entire movie? Netflix is not audited by Nielsen. They internally monitor and report their numbers, but it could be a bunch of BS. However, it was something positive for JLo, and I'm happy about that. And finally, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is suing mad. Did you know this? Back in 2017, the convicted murderer, while still in prison, signed away the rights to her life story to this blogger. The blogger's named April Johns, aka Francesca Fancy Michelli. Never heard of the blogger before. And this is actually really complicated, but long story short, she and the blogger had a falling out, even though she was an adult when she signed her life rights away. And now she's suing this blogger. On what grounds? Like, I don't even know. It's on, like, I think defamation. Okay, she's suing her for defamation. Jesus Christ. You murdered your mother and you're suing somebody. She's gonna lose. She's gonna lose. The life rights, I think eventually it returned to her, but she now claims that she's intentionally ruining her reputation. I know a thing or two about defamation. She's gonna lose this case. But the bigger picture is how lame of Gypsy Rose Blanchard to sue this woman. She's the Goliath now and the woman's David. I hate when things have to get litigious. And especially suing for something so stupid like defamation. You murdered your mother. In order to defame somebody, here's the law. To defame somebody, you need to either purposefully lie and make up things, and I don't know if the woman did that, or you need to seriously hurt somebody's reputation. I don't think she's seriously hurting the reputation of a schmurderer. 88 people watching. We are small but mighty. I know not everybody can, but if you can, please consider becoming a member. I don't get a lot of views on these videos, but it brings me joy. Hopefully they bring you joy. I am consistent and hardworking. And please, 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 when you can, if you can, become a member. If not, please like, please comment when the premiere is over. Please share, subscribe if you're new here. Tune in every day. I go live on YouTube every Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. That's it for today. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. And I would love to be on the H3 podcast. I messaged Ethan forever ago and he ghosted me. I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.